Welcome to our podcast. Hope you enjoy.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great today. Hey, do you want to think about the Native Americans today?
Really? What were you thinking about them?
I was thinking about the Cherokee tribe.
That sounds like a pretty interesting tribe.
We should talk about them.
We should.
Okay, actually did some research about them.
Really? When were they founded?
Actually, they were founded in the year 1839.
That's radical.
I know, right?
You want to know something else?
Yes, I do want to know something else.
I'm going to tell you the food they ate.
Okay, cool beans.
They ate food such as deer, fish, eggs, and some of the Cherokee favorites included cornmeal, dredged, fried crawdads, wild onions, cooked with eggs, fried hog meat, fried fish, brown beans, bean bread, greens like they'd eat greens, pork salad, and watercress, and desserts.
Wow, that's awesome sauce.
I'm going to tell you how the Cherokee tribe was founded. There's a story about how the colony came to be, and it says their island became tormented by earthquakes that led to a volcanic eruption. Approximately 14 groups departed in canoes to find a new home. The people set forth across a vast expanse of water. Traveling for weeks, not every canoe survived this dangerous journey. Only 7 canoe groups remained when they reached the shores of an unfamiliar land. There were 7 groups that came to the U.S. They were wolf, blue, long hair, paint, bird, deer, and wild potato. And these were the 7 clans of the Cherokee. They traveled north to a land area that the Equas lived in, which is now the northeast part of the present-day United States. These Cherokee people lived with the tribe for a brief time until they began their journey, which they were heading south and east when they settled, living in towns and communities, and then the Cherokee Nation.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of information. What else is unique about the tribe?
They are actually the largest tribe in the United States. And Oklahoma. They have a total of 141,000 people that live on the reservation. And a total of 450,000 members worldwide. Some of them live in Canada. Not Canada, but California. And the United States. And the UK. There probably is some in Canada. Can't guarantee it, though. I think it's yeah. That would be kind of interesting.
Okay, wow, that is really interesting.
I know that. That's why I said it.
That was really
You want to hear about the gender roles?
Okay, that sounds really interesting. Let's hear about it. Well, acutely, the women did the farming, and they were also the ones who would harvest the crops. The landowners were also typically women. They would also make the social decisions for the clan chief. But the men also got the food too, because they were the ones who decided who hunted the animals, did the fishing, won the toss. They also, political decisions they made for the tribe. They also control doing the war and diplomacy. You know, I've also been thinking about the religion of the tribe.
Really? Me too. That's why I'm going to tell you about it.
Cool.
The popular religion was Christianity. Other religions were Baptist and Methodist. There were other religions not as big as the rest of the religions. Christianity was the biggest religion, and some of the Cherokee still practice Cherokee spirituality, where they would do things like stomping grounds. They would play music there too, that the community would hold, and various other ceremonies.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering about what the kids did in the tribe. For you?
Alright, well, I'm gonna tell you about the kids, what they did, what things they got up to. The kids usually went hunting and fishing with their father. The woman taught the girls how to do all the housework and gardening skill. And in the pastime, the kids usually had more chores and less time to play. One of the popular games they played was similar to lacrosse, and it was actually a very popular sport among Cherokee teenagers.
Wow, that was cool. You know, I was wondering, what were their houses like? You want to know about what their houses were like?
Yes, I would.
Okay, what the houses in? The houses were built in a circular way, and they were adjusted by the river. Sticks and plasters as building material, and there was a thatch in the river. The homes were also built out of logs, hay, stone, and hay. Yeah. 7 settlers would be built in the village for ceremonial purposes. They'd also build log cabins for some other homes. Hey, you know what else I was thinking about?
What else were you thinking about?
I was thinking about their relations with Europe. Do you know anything about their relations with Europe?
Yes. I do know the relation with Europeans. And the relation is actually a lot different than you thought. It was positive typically, and they would often trade with the Europeans in the tribe, and some Europeans would marry people in the tribe. And in the 17th century, they also happened to become military partners and helped the British in the 1912 war against the Tuscany. They did eventually, however, go to war with the underpaid soldiers that were robbing the Virginia villages. I was wondering, what is their relationship with other tribes in the area?
I'll tell you about that. See, their relations with the other tribes in the area, the tribe had interactions with such tribes as the Carolines, Creek Indians, and the Georgians, who they had a war with.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
You know, I was thinking about something else just now.
What?
I want to know what animals are so special to them. Like, when I think of tribes or some other religions and stuff, sometimes they have something sacred to them. So I was wondering if the Cherokee had any of them to them.
Well, yes, to answer your question, they do. That would be the animal that is the red-tailed hawk. They are considered special because they are supposed to be a protective spirit for the Cherokee nation, and that is why it is considered sacred. The tail feathers were also used during ceremonies, but they would never kill the animals. They just had amazing hunters that were skilled enough to lure in the bird and then catch the feathers. You know, I think we've learned quite a bit, but I still have some questions in my mind that I am pondering over. Where did they live prior to European colonization. And what happened to them? Where are they now?
I'm losing you. You may be wondering how they use tobacco.
Oh,
I was wondering where they lived before European colonization. Were you wondering that?
yes. Yes, I was.
Let me tell you about it then. They originally lived what is now known as present day North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama. But now, in the early 20th century, the tribal land of the Cherokee tribe spanned over 100,000 acres across 14 counties that were in northeastern Oklahoma. But now, the Chesters are not, of course, are considered a reservation. The U.S. government doses the holding trust in the northwestern Oklahoma, and some of the tribe is also in North Carolina and Tennessee. You know what I was thinking about?
What?
I was thinking about, like, the tobacco and what was unique about them.
Yes, tobacco plays a big part in not just the Native Americans, but everyone. But specifically, they used the tobacco for many of their traditions. They would smoke and chew it for their ceremonies. But now in the 21st century, with newer technology, there has actually been an issue with the Cherokee teenagers. Vaping?
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, so, I think we should talk about, how was the government set up?
Wow, I was wondering that too. The government was set up. They signed a Treaty of Washington in 1866. The agent, agreed to process that would let the USA just settle other tribes into some of its land under certain terms and conditions.
Is that all you have for government?
Yeah, that's all I have. Do you have anything you want to talk about the government?
No, I mean, pretty much touched on it. I would say that because they're a tribunal government, that they are basically like the U.S. with the executive, legislative, and judicial branch. I am having a splendiferous time making this podcast. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's pretty important. We talked about, I think it's about time. We talked about, like, what the gender roles were, but what did they hunt, and what crops did they grow? I'm sure you will wonder that, so I actually have the answer right here. They grew a lot of crops. They grew corn, beans, squash, and sunflowers, pumpkins, watermelons, and peaches. And the men did most of the hunting. They hunted a lot of deer, bear, wild turkey, and small game. They also fished in the river.
That's interesting. You know, I was thinking we talked about where they were in the past. But now I'm thinking, where are they today?
Oklahoma.
They were out here. You may be wondering what are they known for today, so I'll tell you that answer. Today they're known for music talent, storytelling, dance, food, carving baskets, making pottery, well then, making flint, more than half a century. So now the government's finally letting them allow it in classrooms. They are currently the largest Native American group in the state of Oklahoma, having nearly 200,000 members, and it's the second largest in the whole United States. Would you like to, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes.
Well, what do you have to add?
Well, I think it's pretty impressive that they are the largest tribe in the United States.
It is. Second largest tribe.
Well, I think we're about done. Just a few things. When did they first come into, like, how did life change with European contact?
Well, as you said, they were able to be in better relations and trade.
Well, I actually have some stuff to add. The Spanish, when they came, actually brought many diseases to the area that they had never seen before. They brought smallpox, measles, and syphilis. And the people had no immunity, so it did cause a lot of people to sadly lose their life. And I'd just like to, while we're on with Spanish, the people who happened to find them first was a Spanish conquistador named Pedro de Santo in 1540 with a lot more conquistadors. I think this podcast has been very insightful on the role in the community and in the world. And this was really great to know about them. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Do you think we should say a thing?
Yeah. I say that we should thank our sponsors, which was actually Cherokee.org. It is the nation's website. We really highly encourage you to check it out. We use them for a lot of our things because it is great to get it. We also use some EDU and government websites. We also use the Oklahoma History Society. We also did use